Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to go through everything coming to the trading post in February 2023. These rewards will rotate monthly and these are the offerings which are available throughout the month of February in 2023. But before we jump into all the items that are available on the trading post, I just want to shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/RizardGM. If you want to see me streaming World of Warcraft, Dragonflight, Dragonflight PTR, World of Warcraft Classic, any sort of WoW, I'm over on twitch.tv/RizardGM every single day. Right, so yes, February 2023 is the first month of the trading post. The trading post launches on February 1st and will rotate every single month with different rewards. And we're going to talk about all of the rewards that are available this month. What's cool about this month is because it is the first month of the trading post, you will get an extra amount of Trader's Tender. Trader's Tender is the currency used by the trading post. Every month, normally you'll get around 1,000. This month, it should be around 1,500 if you've purchased Dragonflight, and potentially even 2,000 because there is an intro quest which does offer 500 Trader's Tender, but we will see if that's the case once it launches on the live game. So let's jump into the rewards for February 2023. There are 15 items available, ranging from mounts to transmog to pets, all sorts of different things here. So let's go through them. First and foremost, we have the Iridescent War Cloak. As you can see, this is just a cloak, a regular kind of transmog cloak, as you can see. And as we move it around, it does change color slightly. It is pretty cool to look at, but that is available for 75 Trader's Tender, which obviously is not a lot. The big mount this month is the Celestial Steed. Yeah, the Celestial Steed is going to be available through the trading post in the first month of its existence. This costs 900 Trader's Tender. As mentioned, we might be ending up with 1,500 to 2,000 this month, so it might be a good purchase if you haven't already purchased it through the in-game store, which is where it originally came from. It was one of the first store mounts in World of Warcraft, and it is now available in-game for Trader's Tender. The next item is the Fury of the Firelord. Yes, this is really awesome. So this is a one-handed mace. Now, you can purchase items which you can't use. As you can see, I'm a hunter, but I can purchase this item if I like. It is account-bound, so I can send it to other characters. Trader's Tender is also account-bound as well, so you can just jump on another character and come purchase this anyway. Now, as you can see, it's a flail. Yeah, it's a flaming flail. It is really cool, obviously reminiscent of like Firelands and Molten Core and things like that. Very, very cool. A one-handed mace, as mentioned, and one of the highlights for sure of the transmog items of this month's trading post. And that will set you back 750 Trader's Tender. The next one is a pet. Yeah, this is a baby Ogre. Yeah, look at him go. That is absolutely excellent. There is a baby Ogre pet available for 750 Trader's Tender, and that'll be there for you to purchase in February. The next one is actually a full ensemble. This is a full pirate ensemble called the Swashbuckling Buccaneers Slops. Yeah, this is a belt, legs, boots, and chest piece, which are available to be transmogged, and that matches really nicely with like the new beanie transmogs and things like that. So if you want to, live your inner pirate lifestyle, this is going to be available to you for 650 Trader's Tender. The next item is a two-handed staff called the Shattered Void Spire. Yep, this is, I believe, a new model, I want to say. Very, very cool looking, kind of a voidy effect on the staff there. I really, really like that. I love the fact that it does a little animation as well when you kind of click the items here. That's super fun. But yeah, it looks really good, really unique. There is kind of a circle bit on it there. You can't really see it very well. There you go. You can see it a little bit better there when you hide the armor. But yeah, so there's kind of a circle effect there. Don't know why it doesn't hold it normally, but yeah, you get the idea. It's a cool looking staff, and that's 500 Trader's Tender if you want to get that. The next item is the operatives bandolier. This is kind of it's meant to be a strap around the front as well, I would imagine, with these things normally. As you can see, it's got kind of like daggers in there and little poisons and stuff. Very, very good for a rogue. This is a back transmog piece. Yeah, that is going to be available. There's actually two variants of this. So this is 250. It's in kind of a gray and gold color, but there's also a kind of silver and red version as well, which is also 250 Trader's Tender. So those two are available. These are new transmog items as far as I'm aware, and as mentioned, they are back pieces, so you can really make them work on any sort of class, but I do think particularly a rogue would look really good in that. The next item is a bow called the Azure Scales Worn Longbow. For all you hunters out there, this looks absolutely fantastic. I love the look of it. I love the animation as well that they do show with the bow here. It does clip through the hand a little bit. It's got some really cool effects though. Kind of similar to something you'll see in like the Nexus dungeon or something like that, but it is pretty high res and kind of, the graphical fidelity of it is very similar to other things in Dragonflight. It's not really just like a, an unused bow from way back when. It is really cool looking, and that is only 200 Trader's Tender if you do want to purchase that in February. The next item is the Shard of Frozen Secrets. This is a one-handed dagger, of course. Again, kind of going with that Nexus theme, kind of a blue glow to this as well. Really big, kind of like glowy end of it as well, as you can see as we move it around. It's Yeah, pretty cool. Nice little dagger. Only 200 traders tender as well if you do want to get that transmog, and that'll be available in February. The next item is another ensemble called the Wanderer's Rosy Trappings. Now, this is actually a cloak. However, I do think there's meant to be a helm with it as well, because there's a different one here called the Wengerbod Rosy threads, and as you can see, there is a helm attached to that, which does match the cloak quite nicely. So I think there might be a bug there potentially. This is 100 traders tender if you do want to purchase it as well. But yeah, currently it looks like it's just a cloak, but I'm not really sure what else is going on here. But yeah, potentially a bug? I'm not really sure. I don't really see any other items there, and it does say it's an ensemble, so yeah, not sure on that. The next item is the Squires Warhammer. This is a two-handed mace. Very basic looking, but very cool looking. Kind of similar to like Thor's hammer in a sense, but quite big. But a bit more of a simple transmog if you're looking for something like that. That'll set you back 100 traders tender and will be available in February, of course. The next one is a offhand called the Fetid Boutique. Yep, it's just a bunch of flowers. Some purple flowers available as an offhand, so you can have something in your main hand and that in the offhand, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of just a bunch of flowers on a little spade, but it looks like a cool new model. Got a little skull there. I like it. I wouldn't personally use it, but you know, it's 100 traders tender. If you want to get that, that is going to be available to you. The next item is the Rosie corsage. This is actually a wrist transmog. This is a 3D wrist transmog. I believe the first time we had a wrist transmog, which has 3D assets, is probably in Dragonflight. So this is one of the newer designs and one of the new kind of like, you know, technology that they're using in this expansion. So yeah, when you equip this as a transmog on your wrist, you will actually get this flower permanently there on your wrist as a 3D asset. So I really do like that. I hope we see more things like that as well. You can see the vines kind of wrap around the hand there. Big fan of that. I think that's really cool looking, and yeah, looking forward to that. The final item, I did kind of touch upon it earlier, is the Wengerbod Rosy threads. This is a helm and cloak combo. Looks pretty cool. I like it a lot. I think it looks really nice. You know, can match it again with like other items. I think it might look okay with potentially the, you know, the pirate transmog as well. You could buy both potentially. I believe, as far as I'm aware, I did buy it. It is around about 100 traders tender, there or thereabouts. I don't think it's a lot because it is literally just 2 transmog items, which are going to be available. So yeah, there you go. That is the 15 items which are going to be available on the trading post in February 2023. It's also worth mentioning that February's reward for completing the traders log is Ashadar, Harbinger of Dawn. Now this is a really cool tiger mount. It's kind of a warden's mount. The coolest thing about this tiger is it actually changes color depending on the time of day in the game. During the day, I believe it's like a yellow color, and then during the night it is more of a kind of see-through spectral tiger, which is really cool. So if you complete a bunch of tasks in the traders log in February, you will be rewarded with this mount for absolutely nothing. So yeah, super exciting there. Looking forward to seeing what else they have for those in the future. So those are all the offerings from the trading post in February 2023. So let me know down below which ones you really like and which ones you're going to purchase in February. I think it's a good start for the trading post. Looking forward to seeing what we see in the future. Potentially more store mounts, potentially more transmog. Definitely some new designs in there as well. So yeah, good stuff. And just to reiterate, if there is something you really like the Celestial Steed, you can freeze it for the next month. But these items will rotate out at the end of the month if you haven't frozen them. So yeah, if you really want something, remember to freeze it. They did say that some of the stuff will come back in the future, but this is the helpings for February 2023. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please do leave a like on this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. If you want to support me outside of YouTube, I have a Patreon, or you can go follow me on Twitter at MrGMYT. I also have a Discord channel as well, and as mentioned, I am now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Dragonflight PTR, Dragonflight Retail, any sort of World of Warcraft, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.